You see them everywhere. In the bios of dating apps, carefully curated next to a coffee cup emoji. In the headers of Twitter profiles. In the overly enthusiastic email signatures of middle management. 4 little letters. INTP, ENFJ, ISTJ, ISFP. Society has collectively agreed to sort itself into 16 distinct, brightly colored boxes. We wear these acronyms like badges of honor, convinced that a free 15-minute internet quiz has somehow peered into the deepest, most complex recesses of our human souls. Over 1.3 billion people have taken the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator. 91% of them claim it accurately describes their core being. But there is a glaring, uncomfortable problem hiding beneath this global obsession. It is entirely fabricated. It is the psychological equivalent of corporate astrology, a sophisticated illusion, dressed up in lab coats and bar graphs, designed to make you feel perceived while stripping you of your complexity. So, if the MBTI is statistically, scientifically, and historically bankrupt, how did it successfully brainwash the entire professional world? Pull up a chair. The veil is lifting. Let's talk about the 4 letters controlling your life. To understand the architecture of this illusion, we must examine its deeply unscientific foundation. Created by 2 people with absolutely zero formal training in psychology, psychiatry, or statistical analysis, you would assume I was joking. I am not. The story begins in the early 20th century with a woman named Catherine Briggs. She poured her analytical obsession into her daughter, Isabel. Catherine transformed her own living room into what she literally titled a cosmic laboratory for baby training. Catherine meticulously tracked Isabel's behaviors. When Isabel brought home a fiancé, Catherine was disturbed by how fundamentally different his temperament was. Desperate to categorize him, she stumbled upon the translated works of Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung. Jung suggested that consciousness could be categorized into binary functions, introversion versus extroversion. Catherine and Isabel became zealous disciples. They expanded his binaries, slapped a rigid framework around them, and birthed the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator. But here is the foundational flaw. Carl Jung's theories were entirely speculative. They were based on personal observation, not empirical, peer-reviewed clinical data. Even Jung himself explicitly warned that these types were rough tendencies, not strict classifications. He wrote that anyone fitting perfectly would be a lunatic. Yet, Catherine and Isabel ignored the warning. They codified the lunatic boxes. They built an assessment tool that relied on binary, fixed realities. So, how did it survive? It survived because Isabel Myers realized the immense, highly lucrative power of validation. She didn't need the test to be biologically true. She just needed it to feel true to the person taking it. When you take an MBTI test, you are subjected to a barrage of forced choice binaries. Do you prefer logic or emotion? Spontaneous or structured? This is an intellectual trap. Human beings do not operate in binary code. You are not a machine. Context dictates behavior. Yet the MBTI forces you to cannibalize your own nuance, demanding that you choose a side. Wait exactly 5 weeks and take it again. There is a staggering 50% chance you will be assigned a completely different personality type. If a medical thermometer gave you a different reading every time, you would throw it in the garbage. So, why do we trust the MBTI? Because of the Barnum Effect. A cognitive bias where individuals believe generic personality descriptions are highly tailored specifically to them. When the MBTI tells you, as an INTP, you are a deep thinker who values logic, your brain releases a massive dose of dopamine. The descriptions are masterfully engineered to flatter you. They are vague enough to apply to everyone, but positive enough that you want them. Currently, roughly 80% of Fortune 500 companies utilize the MBTI in their hiring and team-building processes. Why? Because the critical failure of the MBTI, its absolute lack of scientific teeth, is exactly what makes it the perfect corporate tool. The MBTI is not used to predict job performance. It is used as a social lubricant. It pacifies the workforce. The danger isn't that companies are using a fake test. The real danger is what happens when you internalize the barcode they handed you. When you proudly stamp INFP in your bio, you are handing yourself a script for how you are allowed to behave. The ultimate solution is radical cognitive fluidity. You must reject the premise of the categories entirely. Human consciousness is not a sorting hat. You are entirely, beautifully uncategorizable, but that's just my analysis. Now, I want to hear yours. Drop your thoughts and your 4 letters down in the comments below. Let's see who is brave enough to break the barcode. Stay uncategorizable.